Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the XFL.
Sorry, I'm not wearing the shirt.
That's okay.
It's
That
pay-per-view, baby.
Yeah, that movement is technically dead, so it's okay.
But it's still alive in my heart.
Yeah, I'm sure it is, Mr. Seattle. Anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the XFL. Like I said, the X-Pound Fantasy League, the good XFL. A little bit weird this week. If you saw our last video, we've had some awkward situations. On our last episode, we did Raw and 205 Live because we did not have Smackdown scores, unfortunately. So we, you might notice, Risa joined me in a special debut video to go over those two shows. So tonight what we're going to do is we're going to do Smackdown, which is from March 5th, and, of course, Fastlane from a week ago. Tomorrow night after Raw, we will meet up and we will do the usual Raw, Smackdown, and 205 for last week and then be caught up, which is good because we only got, well, let's see here. WrestleMania's on April the 8th. So, about 3
is it at
weeks
the beginning
left.
of the month this year?
Well, it's always at either the end of March or the beginning of April.
Oh.
So, but yes, we have ourselves some good stuff going on. With me, as always, are Geoff and Risa.
Hi, I'm back. My voice isn't 100%, folks, but it's good enough for government work. And we lost Jim to the back end of the parents.
Oh, you heard that?
Mm-hmm.
Risa, son Risa.
I like your 2K19 character.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
We'll have to do a live stream of that at some point.
Indeed.
Anyway, so we're going to go ahead and pop into into Smackdown and go from there.
Into the B show. Except they have the A+ tag team division, as you pointed out.
Yeah, pretty much. But...
And it's cable.
I'm going to take that out for now.
Is it not beeping at you?
It's not beeping at me. I've had it plugged in for a while. It's just a matter of cable's got issues.
And actually, I don't think Raw has crap tag teams. I just think they've got all the tag. And Jim just takes the headset off. That's great. I'll wait for him. Are you good now, Jim?
Yep.
I'm saying I don't think Raw has the crap tag teams. I just think they have all the tag teams that WWE never uses or doesn't use properly. I think if they actually use the tag teams, built them up, and just actually use them properly, I think they'd have a lot of legitimate and viable tag teams. But they don't. Like the Ascension, I fully believe the Ascension could be a top tier tag team. It's just WWE's never taken them seriously since they called them up to the main roster. You have
that is true.
Beauty and the Man Beast, who are former SmackDown Tag Team Champions. How is that not legit? And yet they never take them seriously. They never use them.
Accurate.
They have the Edgeheads, who've been basically a tag team for like 20 fucking years. How is that not legit? They're probably the most legit tag team on that roster. Do they take them seriously? No.
On the Raw roster, yeah, maybe.
Well, they're the longest tenured tag team, even if they haven't been together all that time. They're still, that's how well they know each other. They've been tagged together all the way back then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they have good tag talent on that roster. I mean, they have the Revival, obviously, who are the champs, but...
Yep.
And I'm sure they could find someone on that roster that's not Bobby Roode that they could tag Gable with.
Probably. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and dig into this scoring and get this done, shall we?
Yep.
Let's fire up the old screen share and check the scores.
Also, they have Fandango coming back, so... if Bree stays on Raw, they have Breezango, which, again, could be a fantastic tag team. Poor Bree.
Very true. All right. So, when we last left off, Still in the lead at 68-29 is the Extremely Legit Yes Movement with Geoff here. In second place is Tiff, who unfortunately could not be here tonight. She is not feeling well, at 36-29. And I'm still way the hell in last at 43-89, like 2,000 points behind. There's 3 weeks left. That ain't changing, folks. Get used to it.
Fair enough. By the way, who's got Breeze anyway?
Breeze?
Yeah.
Breeze.
I do.
You do.
All right. So, yeah, you'll have to give me Fandango because he did put out something like a week ago basically saying, hey, I'm healed and I'm coming back. Watch out.
Okay.
So I'm hoping he comes back with Breeze. So Breeze doesn't know about NXT.
We'll find out. Breeze did a hell of a lot better on NXT.
He did. That's only because they refused to pull the trigger and give them the tag titles when they were red smoking hot.
Yep.
Anyway.
Checking out the leaderboards, top of the leaderboards is the Intercontinental, well, the now former Intercontinental Champion, but
Sad face.
Yeah. As of the point of this recording, what we're scoring, the Intercontinental Champion, Finn Balor, at 519, followed by the Raw Women's Champion, Rowdy Ronda Rousey, at 517. Both with a big lead over the number 3 competitor, Akira Tozawa, at 413. The WWE Champion, Daniel Bryan, coming in at 404. Seth freaking Rollins at 386, just 10 points ahead of one half of the women's tag team champions, Bayley, 376, and the other half, Sasha Banks, also at 376. Baron Corbin in there at 375, just a point behind them, followed by Drew McIntyre at 364, and rounding out the top 10 is Dean Ambrose of The Shield at 348. Indeed. Let's see what happened. Going to SmackDown. And I'm not sure we brought this up, by the way, but of course, our thoughts and prayers to the family and friends and fans of King Kong, the late and now late King Kong Bundy, who passed away last week.
Indeed. Also, for those keeping track at home, Tiff is now the one that's sick. That's why she's not here.
I definitely said that.
I didn't hear you say she was sick, but...
Risa, did I say she was sick?
You told me before this cast started.
I said it earlier. I said, she's not here. She's not feeling well, were my exact words.
Oh, okay. I missed that part.
Say it with me, folks. Pay attention.
Feel better, Tiff.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Tiff. All right. No, she'll be fine. They have national health care up there. Anyway, SmackDown is live from Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. So let's dig into this thing. We open up with Daniel Bryan.
Yes, yes, yes.
Beard the beard.
Or that.
So Bryan came out to the ring with Rowan in tow, of course. And he showed a replay of Kevin Owens replacing Kofi Kingston in the Fastlane match because Vince didn't think Kofi deserved it. Bryan said the last week he remained silent while everybody gushed about Kofi, and he remained silent when Mr. McMahon replaced Kofi in the title match. But now it's his turn to speak, and your turn, meaning the fans, to remain silent. This led to boos, and Rowan told the fans to shut up, so they booed louder, and he told them to shut up again.
Did he just pull a Miz? My hand goes up, your mouth goes shut.
Pretty much. Might as well. The Miz is in face mode right now. He ain't doing it.
Face mode.
Brain mode.
So I guess brain mode now is retirement mode.
Apparently. I guess it's be a mother to your kid mode.
Well, someone has to. It's not like Bryan's doing his fatherly duties.
That is true. I think he's doing some of it because he's still filming Total Divas with the kid around all the time.
He's just using his kid to further his own career.
Ouch.
Kidding. I'm kidding.
Damn. This is his hometown hero, folks. If he thinks that is something a hero, imagine how he feels about people not from his hometown.
Hey, Brian's supposed to be a heel, right?
True. Right, so Rowan told them to open your ears because this man is about to enlighten us all. The fans chanted Kofi at them. Brian said he wasn't out here to talk about Kofi Kingston. Kingston is a supporting player, which is exactly why he's exactly where he should be with his buddies, the New Day, on a promotional tour of India. And added that Mr. McMahon was right to replace him, while noting Kingston throws copious amounts of pancakes and was replaced by a man that eats copious amounts of pancakes, Kevin Owens. Classic fat guy joke. Brian said Owens is like the people, and just like them, he doesn't deserve a shot at the WWE Championship because Owens is a nobody.
Except isn't Owens not fat anymore?
Not as fat. It's hard to tell because he's still wrestling with a shirt on. Anyway, a nobody is a somebody with nothing to lose, while Brian has everything to lose because he is the planet's champion. If I lose, the entire planet loses. This led to Kevin Owens saying that after being injured for 5 months, he went home, was a member of the WWE Universe, where he started. And he watched Raw and Smackdown live every week with his family, which led to Brian telling Owens that that was where he belongs. Excuse me. Yeah. Owens replied talking about how hard it was to see other people do what he loves to do. Told Brian that what he was doing was awful and that Brian was acting like a maniac and that he can't stand people who think they are better than everybody else.
Wow. Hypocrisy much?
That was my thought.
Wow. They didn't just face turn Kevin Owens. They made him straight on hypocrite.
Yep. To quote Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, yep.
Yep.
Anyway. Owens said it got worse when he watched Brian throw the title in the garbage. Brian replied, that's where it belongs.
Ouch!
Yeah.
Damn, Brian.
Remember, he thinks it's made from a cow that was named Betsy.
Still, ouch to the legacy, bro.
Yeah.
Who do you think you are, Alundra Blaze? Jesus.
Anyway, Owens claimed at that moment that he knew he had to come here and go after Brian, and he speaks for his family and for the WWE Universe when he says that Brian deserves to have his stupid mouth shut, and Owens will be the one to do it. Which led to a cheer. Brian told Owens that it's not his mouth that needs to be shut, considering what people like Owens consume. Owens wondered if Brian is an intellectual when all he does is want to make fat jokes, while Owens mocked him for having organic carrots, and said that if you think Owens is just like the people because he thinks Brian is a pretentious jackass, yep. He is just like these people, and that led to a yep chant. The yep movement is alive and well. And Owens said that
Sami Zayn is going to come back as Kevin Owens' friend to equalize against Brian, isn't he?
Probably. Yeah. Well, wait for the next line, actually.
Okay.
Owens said that, like these people, they don't have a reality show and a 7-foot-tall backup dancer. And Brian said that the reason Owens doesn't have a 7-footer next to him is because Owens doesn't have any friends left.
Ouch.
Owens said that he lost. Owens admits that that's true. He lost his friends and that was his own fault. But the last week he didn't need anybody. He didn't need anybody to help him beat up Daniel Bryan and hit him with a stunner and get a pinfall on him. And Owens said that the bottom line, wink, wink, is that he didn't want to take Kofi Kingston's title shot away, but he is going to take the title away for Bryan. Owens got closer to Bryan, leading to Rowan getting in his face, which turned into an exchange of punches. Owens then dumped Rowan out of the ring and tried to hit Bryan with a stunner, but Bryan got out of the way, and Rowan jumped back in the ring and grabbed Owens' head palm, leading to that weird head palm chokeslam move he does. Endeth opening segment. So that is going to be a promo to all these men, and an assault to all these men, and a finisher to Rowan.
And an evasion or counter by Bryan for evading the stunner?
Yes, that is correct. Put
There.
these guys in order. Boop. All right. So let's see here.
Oh, by the way,
Go.
another thing I was thinking about with watching the thing last week or earlier this week, I was wondering why the hell you didn't give Triple H a pipe bomb for the entire fucking promo.
Good point.
I'm sitting here thinking, Jesus, this is like one pipe bomb after another. It's classic Triple H.
Yeah. That's fair. We'll deal with that in a minute. Anyway, who the hell was out here? Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
Yep.
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 74. And Daniel Bryan. Hang on a minute.
The new Daniel Bryan.
Let me back that up. Hang on a minute.
Yep.
Whoa. Jumping around.
Whoa.
Don't
Backed
do
it
that.
up a little too far.
A little too far. Let's try this again. All right, not that far. This far. Okay. Now we're back.
All right.
So Kevin Owens is going to get 5 for the promo, and he's going to get 4 for an assault as 9.
All right.
So that should put him at 78. Daniel Bryan
The new Daniel Bryan.
should get the same thing. He's going to get the 9, and 3 for evading a stunner is 12 to Daniel Bryan.
Mhm.
Or 16. Eric Rowan is going to get 5 for promo, 4 on assault, and 1 for the finisher maneuver is 10 points to Eric Rowan.
Yeah.
What the hell is he? He's up here. 10. So that puts him at 113. Alrighty. Rolling on along.
Yep.
Yep. The Usos made their entrance with their SmackDown Tag Team titles and did a promo saying that they became champions again at Elimination Chamber, and now they are on the Fastlane against the best team in the world, The Miz and Shane McMahon. They mocked them, with Jimmy mocking Miz for having coffee dates with his dad. He gets to say BFF and say it's your best friend. Jimmy talked about how Shane likes to talk about things, likes to jump off of, including the WrestleMania sign. And Jimmy said that Shane thinks that he has the best sneakers in WWE, and Jay admitted that the shoes were great. The Usos are fired up and welcomed everybody to the Uso Penitentiary. Following them, Shane and Miz came out, got in the ring, said that they were passionate guys and that makes them the best team in the world. Miz said that if Jay loses focus, Miz will beat him in a heartbeat. And said that he'll make Shane proud and make his dad proud in his hometown of Cleveland at Fastlane. The Usos then tried a cheap attack, but Miz and Shane knocked them out of the ring. So, promo to all 4 men. Let's see. Usos. 198. And Jimmy goes to 210. And then we're going to shoot down here to The Miz. Actually, we're going to do Shane first. Yeah, 194. And The Miz. The Miz. Wait. What did I just do? Damn it. Go back. 219. And what did I say? What did he get? 5, right. So it's 224. I learned how to count. There we go. And we have a commercial break and come back to a match that is The Miz with Shane in his corner versus Jay with Jimmy in his corner. Jay opens the match with an enziguri to the head. Clothesline. Miz comes back with some running double knees. Jay got a backslide cover for a 2. Miz came back with a DDT for a 2. Jay avoided a skull-crushing finale attempt and hit a Samoan drop and the running hip attack against the turnbuckle. Jay went up top and jumped off, but Miz got a foot up to counter. Jay stopped and Jimmy tried to cheat on a roll-up pin, but Miz kicked him out. Shane took out Jimmy with a clothesline on the floor. Jay tried to do a suicide dive on Shane, but Miz stopped him and hit a skull-crushing finale for the pinfall. So, quick match, bada bam.
Okay, then.
Indeed. All right. So, let's hear. Jimmy Uso is going to get himself 5 for accompaniment and 6 for an interference. Is 11 points to Jimmy. Let's him at 221. And then we're going to have Shane McMahon is also going to get interference because he was involved. So Shane will get the same 11 points. That's him at 205 live. And then we're going to have Jey Uso, who was going to get, let's see here, 5 for being in the match. And then, let's see, an evasion for the evading the skull-crushing finale the first time, plus a clothesline and a Samoan drop and the running hip attack. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points to Jey Uso. It is 210. It is eerily quiet in here. All right. So following that match, oh, hang on, I should probably score the Miz. How about that? Miz gets 20 points for winning a match. He gets 5 for being in it. It's 25. He gets himself 1 for the running double knees, 1 for a DDT, 1 for a skull-crushing finale. He gets 3 more points. He has 28 points for the Miz.
Da Miz.
28 becomes 41, 252. Moving on. Charlotte Flair is then interviewed backstage by Kayla Braxton, who claimed that Charlotte requested the interview. And Charlotte said that she invited her best friend Becky Lynch to Smackdown and noted that if she beats Becky at Fastlane, then Becky is done. But if Becky wins, she's added to the WrestleMania match. And Charlotte wondered if Becky was man enough to show up and said that she just wanted to have a friendly discussion.
She's asking the man if she's man enough.
Correct. Challenge laid. We will see what happens. It's a promo to Charlotte. All right. We then cut out to the ringside area, where we are joined by R-Truth and Carmella, who come out for R-Truth's United States Championship Open Challenge match. And they do their What's Up dance and have a dance break, because that's what they do. And Archer's thundering on a microphone saying that, talking about the U.S. Open Challenge, and Archer said that he wants to be like his childhood hero, John Cena.
Huh.
Said that he didn't realize that his hero Cena did this Open Challenge thing every week because he's already tired. And Carmella told him to never give up like Cena. And True said that Cena says, "You can't see me," but he still sees Cena all the time, like on the poster in his room. Carmella told him to do it after the dance break, and so they said it's time for the Open Challenge and did the dance break. As they're doing the dance break, Lacey Evans came out, walked down to ringside area, and then walked to the back.
Okay, then.
She was introduced as the sassy Southern Belle, Lacey Evans again.
Okay, then.
As she begins walking away, Truth replies, "Come back, Miss Sexy Claus." And when she kept walking, Truth said that she didn't want none. And then said, let's really do this. Carmella said the universe wants to see him defend a title. And Truth looked up and said, damn you, John Cena.
Don't want none. What is he, AJ Styles now?
I guess. I don't know. But anyway, that's a promo for Truth, Carmella, and Lacey Evans.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Carmella and Lacey Evans is somewhere up in this area. There she is, 58. And then we're going to go on down to our Truth. 229. Bada bam. All right. So Samoa Joe then answered the opening challenge. The open challenge, but when he got in the ring, Rey Mysterio ran out to be in the match, and so did Andrade with Zelina Vega in tow. After the commercial break, it was announced that this match was going to be a fatal four-way match for the U.S. title. And so the match had actually begun during the aforementioned commercial break, with Rey Mysterio missing a crossbody off the turnbuckle because Joe moved out of the way. Joe dumped Andrade and Truth out of the ring, then body slammed Mysterio and started working on him for a while. Joe stepped out of the ring and tossed Truth into the barricade, chopped Mysterio, and then chopped Andrade as well. Hit Andrade with a forearm back in the ring. Andrade hit an elbow, but then Andrade missed a corner attack, which led to him going over the top out to the floor again. Joe suicide dived in with a forearm, and then whipped Mysterio into a ring post, kicked Andrade to keep him down, picked up Mysterio. Mysterio countered with some punches, and then Truth drop kicked Joe into the barricade, while Rey landed over the barricade and in the crowd. We went to a commercial break mid-match, and returned with Andrade hitting 3 vertical suplexes on Mysterio, and then an Eddie Guerrero taunt. And then Mysterio, while on top, and then Mysterio knocked him down, crotched him on the rope.
Yes.
I don't get it. Recap was a joker, and I don't get it. But anyway, Mysterio and Andrade battled by the apron. Truth put Andrade on his shoulders, and Mysterio hit a springboard crossbody block on Joe, while Andrade pinned Truth for a 2 count. Mysterio hit a head scissors on Andrade, springboard crossbody block on Joe, while Andrade pinned Truth for 2. I just read the same line over, sorry. Head scissors on Andrade. Truth got back in it with corner splashes on all 3 guys, but Joe caught him and took him down with a Uranagi. Andrade threw Joe out of the ring. Mysterio went for a seated senton, but Andrade dropped him with a powerbomb. Joe threw Andrade into the ring post. Truth came back with a jumping sidekick to Joe, forearm to Mysterio, and a spinebuster by Truth on Joe. He then slammed Mysterio on Joe and hit a 5-knuckle shuffle on Joe for a 2 count. Truth then went for a scissors kick, but Joe avoided it and put him in the coquina clutch. Mysterio broke that up with a 619 to Joe. And Truth then got a roll-up on Mysterio for a 2. Andrade came back in, drop-kicked Truth out to the floor. Mysterio splashed under the bottom rope onto Truth on the floor. Andrade then hit a sunset flip over the top into a powerbomb on the floor as the fans chanted, "This is awesome." So Zelina Vega hit R-Truth with a Hurricanrana on the floor, so Carmella super kicked her in the face.
Okay, then.
That distracted Andrade, so Mysterio hit him with a Canadian Destroyer, and then a 619. Mysterio went up top with the frog splash on Andrade, but Joe broke up the pin attempt with a senton splash on Mysterio's back, then hit a one-armed Uranagi on Andrade, and won the United States Championship after 15 minutes.
There. So since Rey's the one using the Canadian Destroyer now, would that not now be renamed to the Mexican Destroyer?
You would think. You would think. Anyway, that was a good match.
Wait, so Joe won it off of an Uranagi slam?
He won it off an Uranagi slam.
Wow, that's how much not a threat these chumps are. Holy crap.
Pretty much.
Nope, I'm just gonna use signature move.
Yeah. Well, fairness, that does work in the game too if you time it right.
It does.
Anyway, let's go ahead and do this. So, we'll start off here. I'll do the order Tiff has it here. R-Truth
What's up?
is going to get, let's see, 5 for being in this match. This is a specialty match, by the way.
Yes.
So he's going to get 5 for being in the match. 3 for a specialty is 8. He's going to get 1 for a drop kick, 3 for 3-corner splashes, 1 for a jumping sidekick, 1 for a spine buster, and 1 for the 5-knuckle shuffle. We'll count that as a move thief because we know he was talking about Cena in the promo, which is going to be a total of 15. Is that wait? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 15 points to R-Truth. $39 becomes 244. Carmella is going to get herself accompaniment points, 5 of them, as well as an interference, which is 6, and a super kick, which is 7 points to Carmella. And then going down the line here, not that one, over this one. Okay. We have Rey Mysterio.
Booyaka, booyaka.
619. Who is going to get 5 for the match and 3 for a specialty. He's going to get 1 for a springboard crossbody block, 1 for a head scissors, 1 for a 619, 1 for a splash, 1 for the Canadian Destroyer, and 1 for another 619, and 1 for the frog splash. It's 14 points to Rey Mysterio. It's at 154. Okay. So following that, we're going to go to Andrade.
Andrade Cien Almas.
No, he's just Andrade.
I don't care.
Will excuse me, princess.
Fine, I'll call him Tranquillo.
Hmm?
Well, that's what Selena calls him.
Oh, okay. That's different.
You've forgotten her promos before about how this is going to be the era of Tranquillo?
Okay. Hey, Risa, what does that translate as?
Like, it's kind of like peaceful, like peace.
That's what I thought. Like tranquil. Which is
Yeah.
I figured that, yeah. That's what if he's going to do that, he should go to Raw and hang out with Jinder Mahal. He's a man of peace, after all.
Hell no! Don't do me an Andrade like that. Andrade actually has talent.
Oh, burn. Anyway, Zelina Vega
Well, it's
again.
true. He doesn't completely miss catching Jeff Hardy off a Whisper in the Wind.
True.
I mean, Andrade is sitting here having like 4- and 5-star matches against Rey Mysterio. What the hell has Jinder been doing? Exactly.
At one point being the WWE champion?
Yeah, that was a failed experiment.
Anyway,
Also,
Zelina
Andrade has a smoking hot valet. What does Jinder have?
the Singh brothers.
Exactly.
Hey, they are talented cruiserweights. It's not WWE's fault
They
that they don't let them
are.
wrestle.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's the other thing, too. That's another tag team they have over on Raw, but are they using them? Nope.
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 Nope. Anyway, Zelina gets 5 for accompaniment, 6 for interference, and 1 for that Hurricanrana. Is 11 points to Zelina Vega. Down here, which puts 97. And of course, your winner and new U.S. champion, Samoa Joe.
Joe is gonna kill you.
Evidently. Well, I guess, given the official of the year or not, he's not so much going to kill you as he's just going to casually take you out without putting in much effort.
Or that.
So Joe gets 20 points for winning this match. He gets 10 for winning a specialty match. Is 30. 5 for being in the match is 35. And 3 for being in a specialty is 38. We have a suicide dive, a uranagi, the evasion of the scissors kick, a coquina clutch, a senton splash, and the match-ending uranagi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, another 10. Put Samoa Joe at 48 points. Plus, of course, another 40 points for a winning of the U.S. title is 88 points to Samoa Joe.
God damn.
Which would be 74, let's see here. Or 84, 94, 04, 14, 24, 34, 54, 64, and another 8 is 372.
Jeez.
Wait, that can't be right. That's almost
That can't be
100.
right. Yeah. Like, wait a minute.
Hang on. I can't math.
What did you say? 84?
Yeah, I got it. No, it's 88.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, I got it. It's 88 plus his pre-existing 274.
It's 352.
362.
62. You're right. Damn. And the top 10 for Samoa Joe.
I don't think it puts him.
What's that?
I said I don't think it puts him in the top 5, but it definitely puts him in the top 10.
Well, that's why I said the top 10. Did they ever give a reason for why Joe just randomly won a title he was not slated to be in?
Not that I noted.
That just seemed kind of really fucking random that, oh, we're just going to take the title off Truth, literally the go-home show before Fastlane.
Yep. I don't know.
Poor Truth.
Yep.
Moving on.
Yep. Following this, Joe celebrated with the belt. And Corey Graves mentioned it is Samoa Joe's first title on the main roster.
Yes, it is.
All right. Next up, we see Becky Lynch with a crutch hobbling through the arena, so she'll be out later. We see the New Day in Mumbai, where they're on a promotional tour. So that's cool. Kofi said they weren't at Smackdown, but they will be at Fastlane. The commentators talk about some stuff. Commercial aired for Fastlane. Joe was interviewed backstage by Kayla Braxton. And Joe says, hustle, loyalty, and respect. No. All my opponents will find is disrespect for any man who comes for the king and his crown. And he said that the champ isn't gonna do dance breaks, and he sure as hell doesn't like John Cena. And to every SmackDown superstar thinking about facing him, he's gonna make them go night-night. Promo to Joe, because he needed more points.
Oh, he's about to basically double his points after the show.
You are not wrong. We will get to that. So, Ricochet and Aleister Black came out and proceeded to have a tag team match against The Bar.
Playa.
And Aleister Black and Ricochet proceeded to win a tag team match against The Bar.
Holla, holla, holla.
Via a 630 splash off the top rope on Cesaro.
Damn.
Yep. This was after Black had hit the Black Mass kick and then knocked Sheamus out of the ring. So, there you go.
Sheamus, this is how one kicks.
Yeah. So, let's go ahead and score that match. In a wrong document. Here we go. Oh, that reminds me, by the way. Yeah, promos to Kofi and the New Day because they did talk while they were in Mumbai, so they actually get promo for that.
Fair.
So we're going to do so. Xavier and Big E are going to get a mini because only Kofi talked.
All right.
It's Xavier at 100 points. Yay.
Yay.
And Big E is going to be at 110. And then Kofi is going to get 5. Okay. Moving along. We have ourselves the Bar versus Black and Ricochet. So we'll start off with Sheamus. He had 5 for a promo, 5 for the match. Wait, there was a promo? I don't recall him having a promo. What are you doing to me, Tiff? I see no indication of a promo.
Did you watch the show?
No.
Oh.
At least not all of it.
Well, Tiff actually watches the show, so.
I know. But I'm just saying, I think she inadvertently did that.
Well, you know she uses a different recap to you.
No, I'm looking at the John report right now.
Oh.
As I'm saying, that was just weird, and I don't get where the whole promo thing came from. Oh. It's a one-off line here. The Bar entered and did a quick promo to let us know they are the Bar. Okay. Fair enough. Missed that. So then Sheamus gets 5 for the promo and 5 for the match. 1 for a kick and 1 for a backbreaker. It's 12 points to Sheamus.
Sheamus.
Pretty much. Rocksteady.
Yeah, right.
And Cesaro, who gets the same number of points, but his moves were the armbar and a knee drop. 12 points to Cesaro. $78. And then we're going to go over to Black and Ricochet. So Aleister Black gets 15 points for being on the winning team. He gets 5 for being in the match, is 20. He gets points for a kick, a moonsault press, a jumping knee, and the Black Mass, as well as a suicide dive. Is 25 points to Aleister Black. It's just going to be 46, 56, and 5 is 161. And Ricochet, who got the pinfall out of this deal, he's going to get 20 points for winning the match, 5 for being in its 25, 1 for a shooting star press, 1 for a DDT, and 1 for the 630 is 28 points to Ricochet. 158. All right. Post-match, Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura attacked Black and Ricochet from behind. Sheamus and Cesaro joined in on the attack, and it turned into a 4-on-2 beatdown. Then the Hardy Boys came out and made the save and turned it into an even numbers match. Not literal match, but the Hardys ran out and each hit a twist of fate on Rusev and Nakamura respectively, and then Jeff suicide dived the heels but got caught. So then Ricochet hit a moonsault-like dive over the top to take out the heels himself. And so the babyfaces stood tall in the ring following all of that.
Aleister Black is a face?
Yeah, Black and Ricochet have been faces since they got called up.
Yeah. Well, I know Ricochet's always been a face. I never realized Aleister Black was a face. Not with that gimmick.
Well, he is on the main roster anyway. Whether he was in NXT, I have no idea.
Fair.
Indeed.
So he's literally the Undertaker.
Yeah, kind of.
All right, then.
Something like that. More like some combination of the Undertaker and Gangrel.
Yep.
Yep.
Greatest entrance ever.
It's pretty good.
I miss Pyros.
Pyros were cool. Anyway, so after all of that, like I said, there was post-match assaults to be had.
Yes.
So Shinsuke and Rusev get assault points. And the Rusev Machka. 176. And then we've got Sheamus and Cesaro joined in the attack, so they'll get that as well.
Mhm.
Where's the scores? Here we go. So Sheamus. And then Cesaro. 182. And then we're going to have the Hardy Boys, who are each going to get an assault and a finisher. So that's 5 points to each of the Hardy Boys. That's Jeff Hardy in an even 200. And then Matt Hardy gets 5, puts him at 32. And lastly, and of course, Ricochet and Black. Ricochet with his moonsault dive gets a move.
Yep.
So Ricochet gets 5. Aleister Black gets 4 on that front. Okay. We then see Daniel Bryan giving Rowan a pep talk in the locker room. We're not going to give points for that because it was just we didn't really hear what they were saying. We just saw that they were talking.
Mm-hmm.
Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville made their entrance. And we throw to a commercial and come back from the commercial where we're reminded that the next name for the WWE Hall of Fame class 2019 is Tori Wilson. How about that? Yes, no.
Congratulations to Billy Kidman's hot wife.
Oh, that's right. She's married to Kidman. I forgot about that.
Yes, she is.
Yeah. So, what's the over-under on we're not going to see clips of her dad banging Candice Michelle? That was such a stupid storyline. Anyway, moving along.
If she's being inducted, does that mean we're going to see Billy Kidman in the audience?
I would not be surprised. Doesn't he still work for them as a trainer?
I think so.
Or did he quit to go run his own school? I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure he still does part-time crap for them.
Yeah. Related note, Kurt Angle's wife was on Twitter trying to get the WWE Universe to convince Kurt Angle to open a wrestling school.
That would be a fantastic idea.
Indeed.
Moreover, I think he needs to open a wrestling and sports entertainment school.
There you go.
Because he is one of the smartest superstars in the history of WWE. Because he understands what it means to be a sports entertainer.
Yeah.
He had to learn that shit the hard way.
That's true. So anyway, Mandy Rose came out because she has a match against Naomi going here.
Of course she does, because that's a feud everyone wants to see.
Yeah, well, luckily it lasted all of about 3 moves. Now we hit a jawbreaker. Sonya popped up on the apron to distract, and Mandy Rose hit Naomi with the knee to the face. Rose then hooked the arms of Naomi and hit a sit-down face-first slam and got a pinfall after about a minute.
That's probably her finishing move.
Yeah, I believe it is.
You know what the sad thing is?
What is the sad thing, Jeff?
Mandy Rose is actually a pretty impressive wrestler. They just never let her do anything.
That is accurate. All right. So, Sonya Deville is going to get accompaniment and interference is 11 points to Sonya Deville. Start off with that. All right, let's see. Then we're going to have Naomi, who lost the match. She gets 5 for being in the match, and 1 for the Jawbreaker is 6 for her. And Mandy Rose gets 20 for winning a match, 5 for being in the match, 1 for the knee, and 1 for the face, sit-out face for a slam. Is 27 points to Mandy Rose. Which puts her at 225. And following the match, when Rose and Deville were leaving out to the top of the ramp, they got jumped by Asuka, who whipped both of them into the LED boards and then proceeded to kick Rose in the head.
Fair enough. And for those who want to know what her finishing move is called, it's actually called the Bed of Roses.
Okay, that's good to know. So yeah, that would be Asuka with an assault and 1 for the kick. 5 points to Asuka. Three. Alrighty.
Who?
Cut to the backstage area where Kayla Braxton is with AJ Styles. And Styles said there's no love lost between him and Kevin Owens, while Kofi Kingston was robbed last week. And now Styles said the WWE Universe is screaming for Kofi Kingston, and it's his moment to be WWE Champion. Orton showed up wondering why Styles was saying that somebody other than him deserved a title opportunity. And I quote, "Now I see why it took you 15 years to get here." Burn, I guess.
Yeah.
Promo to AJ and Orton.
Okay.
Orton. 183. All right. So after all of that, we go to a commercial, and we come back for the commercial. And it's announced at that point that Rey Mysterio was going to face Andrade on the kickoff show, but we'll find out in a minute that match didn't happen.
No, because they decided, you know what we need? We need to replay the match we just saw less than a week ago.
Yep. So then we go to the match that, if I recall correctly, and I'm going to double check, yes, is actually our main event tonight. And that is Eric Rowan versus Kevin Owens.
Okay, then.
Rowan v. Owen. Daniel Bryan is on commentary.
Okay.
So Rowan starts off with a splash on Owens in the corner and then a drop kick. And Bryan comments that Owens is a great athlete with a lazy work ethic. And then called Owens a lazy coward. So Owens attacked Bryan at the ringside area and started punching him in the face. Rowan then threw Owens into some steel stairs, then crossbody blocked him on the floor. So Bryan then attacked Owens with punches. So that's the end of the match after 2 minutes because DQ.
Damn it, Bryan.
To be fair, Owens did punch him first.
True. Dude's costing me points. What the fuck?
He's costing you points, but he's saving the planet. Does it balance out?
No, because he doesn't have a ring that shoots shit.
Fair, but technically he wouldn't be the ring. He would be what comes out of all the rings. He would be Captain Planet. He's the planet's defender.
Eh.
Okay, then.
I always figured he'd be a Planeteer, but that's okay.
No, Rowan is his Planeteer. He's Captain Planet.
Well, talk about role reversal.
Yeah, all right.
Rowan's the tall one.
That is true. Let's be honest, though, if we know that anybody in the roster is going to do it, I've been saying for years that John Cena needs to play Captain Planet in a Captain Planet movie.
Yeah. Although he might be a little bit old for it now, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but you can get away with it.
That would be awesome.
I know, right? He's perfect. Anyway, so that ended in a DQ, which means hardly any points for anybody. But Daniel Bryan will get 5 for accompaniment, 5 for commentary, and 4 for an assault.
6 for interference.
Yeah, technically, you're not wrong. All right, so that's going to be 5 on the accompany, 5 on the commentary, 6. That's 16 points to Daniel Bryan. Hang on a minute. No, there's some post-match shit. All right, let's talk about that first.
Okay.
So after the match, Bryan told Eric Rowan to take the top off of the announce table. He did so, but then Mustafa Ali's music hit, and he went down to the ringside and drop-kicked Bryan, then jumped on Rowan, who tried to slam him into the table again, but Ali broke free and hit a head scissors that sent Rowan into the ring post. Bryan then hit a running knee off the apron onto Ali on the floor. Meanwhile, back in the ring, Owens saved Ali and hit Bryan with a stunner. And Bryan and Rowan then left while Owens and Ali stared each other down in the ring. So there you go. So Bryan will also actually get an assault for his part in that post-match dealio.
Okay. And 1 for the knee?
Actually, you know what? 1 for, because the knee was the only thing that he did. That was the only move he actually did. So it's actually just the 1 for the knee.
All right.
So 17 points to Daniel Bryan. He is 26, and 7 would be 133. 433, rather. And then what else we got here? Let's see. Eric Rowan gets 5 for being in the match. 4 for being in the main event is 9. 1 for a running splash, 1 for a drop kick, and 1 for a running cross body block. Is 12 points for the match proper. And then he technically gets assault for all the post-match shit. Is 16 points to Eric Rowan. All right. We follow this up. Where's my document? Here we go. With Kevin Owens, who does an unintentional DQ win. Or should that be an intentional DQ win? Because he attacked Bryan first. He pissed Bryan off, so Bryan would attack him. Nah, that's not worth it.
Yeah, but he didn't do it to try to win the match. He did it to beat up Daniel Bryan.
That's true. All right. So again, Kevin Owens gets 5 points for being in the match. 4 for being in the main event is 9. Does he still get main event win for winning it by DQ?
Nope. I thought we agreed that the rule was they get no win points.
We're all going to have a meeting and go over these rules before the next season because there's a lot of questions.
Right.
Mainly for me.
Mainly for Risa's benefit, but also for others.
Okay.
Because we also need to settle that whole pay-per-view tag team points thing.
Yeah.
So Kevin Owens gets 5 for the match, 4 for the main event is 9. And then post-match gets 1 for the stunner. It's 10 points to KO. Yeah, all right. And Mustafa Ali is going to get assault. And 1 for a drop kick and 1 for a head scissors is 6 points to Ali.
And 3 for countering out of the face choke slam thing.
Okay, is that 9?
Yeah.
9 points to Wally. It was a 199.
So I assume that's what Rowan was trying to put him through the table with.
Probably. So after all that was said and done for the main event, we go to our final segment of the night. Charlotte Flair,
Whoa.
who came out in black street clothes and got in the ring and pointed to the video screen as they replayed Raw's main event where Ronda Rousey beat up Becky Lynch and Charlotte chose not to get involved. Flair said, let's see how she can get her best friend Becky, no, the man, to get out here for a discussion. And Flair suggested a Becky chant, and the fans obliged. Becky made her entrance in her street clothes while walking with a crutch with on her left arm supporting her left leg for the knee injury. She said that it's good to be back. The fans cheered, and Becky said that that's the sound you hear when the man comes around. She said that Flair wants to know about her well-being, and Lynch said that her body hurts, but that's okay if that's the price it takes to be in her head. And she is in Ronnie's head, and she's also in Ronnie's head, while claiming that Ronnie hit her with her absolute best, but Becky's still here. She's still standing, and she's still ready to fight again. The fans chanted Becky while Charlotte yawned. Becky said that the fans know that she beat Charlotte on one bad leg at the Royal Rumble, and that her ribs may be bruised, her arm was almost broken, her knee's damaged, but damaged people are the most dangerous because they have nothing left to lose. Flair then kicked Becky's crutch out from under her and whipped her down by the back of the head, then used her knee to attack the left knee of Lynch. Flair grabbed the crutch and hit Becky in the leg with it, but Becky fought back by grabbing the crutch and hitting Flair in the leg with it, and then slapped a disarmer on Charlotte. Two refs ran down to try to break the hold, and Flair was left in the ring selling the arm injury as Becky stood tall at the ring pointing at the WrestleMania sign while telling Charlotte that she'll see her at Fastlane. So for Charlotte, that would be a promo and an assault.
And a weapon use.
And a weapon use. It's 12 points to Charlotte.
Whoa.
149. And Becky Lynch gets 5 for the promo, 4 for an assault, 3 for the weapon use is 12, and 1 for the disarm her is 13 points to Becky. What's her at? 33-40. All right, and that thus endeth Smackdown.
Okay, then.
Okay, then indeed.
Do the happy totals.
Yes, we will go to the happy totals and see just what the holy hell happened here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and bring up the thing here. Here we go. Let's go over to the total page and we'll see what happens. Data refresh. Let's see where we're at. All right, still in the lead and at a larger lead, actually, I think it was, at 70-48. Extremely Legit Yes movement. Followed at 64-75 by the Righty Last Kickers, and I'm still in last at 44-86.
Well, that lead is about to go even higher.
Yeah.
Because I have, what, like 3 retentions coming up?
Brian, Joe, and the Usos.
Yep.
Yep.
No, I have 4. Asuka as well.
You don't have Asuka, do you?
Yes, I do.
You sure?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, okay.
Asuka's one of my favorite people to watch in the ring right now.
Asuka's awesome. Too bad they
She is
don't use
awesome.
her.
Yeah. All right, so with that, we're going to Fastlane. The advantage of Fastlane is that we all have different matches we're going to talk about. Does everybody have their match scoring and information readily available?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Guess that's good enough. Let's go to Fastlane, which emanated from the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, Ohio.
The Quicken Loans Arena.
Yeah, you'd be shocked how many arenas are just named by the companies that finance them these days.
So
They
funny.
all are.
Yeah,
Every sports arena is named for the
The majority.
corporate America that owns it.
The majority of them are, not all of them.
Well, anything that was built or acquired in 1990 or newer is.
Yeah, I suppose. Anyway. So it was announced on the pre-show that the Mysterio-Andrade match would not be happening, and instead they'd be joining Truth to challenge Joe in a rematch of the Fatal 4-Way U.S. title match later in the evening.
Does anyone think that this was supposed to be the pay-per-view match, but Vince, in his old crusty white man wisdom, decided to pull the trigger early?
Wouldn't put it past him. He is the boss.
I guess I'm okay with it because it gets me a whole mess of points, but still, that's weird.
Yeah. Anyway. So the kickoff show match was Big E and Xavier Woods taking on Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura in a tag team match.
Playa.
Play.
Poor Shinshin and Ruru.
Yep.
They deserve better.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of do. But So let's see. We open up with a look at the fans lined up outside. Beth Phoenix, Sam Roberts, and David Otunga are on the kickoff show panel with Coachman. Coachman introduces a video package looking at the Charlotte Becky feud. They talk about some stuff. The Iconics interrupt and bother the panelists for a little while, so I guess that's a promo to the Iconics.
Aye.
That would be Billy Kay.
Speaking of a tag team they're not using properly. Hello, Jim. Jim, did you go mute? Is it doing the thing?
Hello?
There you
there
are.
it is.
Okay.
It was doing the thing.
Yeah, that happened. Sorry. Anyway, as I was saying, Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville do an interview backstage when they're interrupted by EC3, who introduces himself and says that he's a hot commodity like Mandy. Sonya then interrupts, saying that was a lame line and that she has her eye on the prize tonight, not on EC3.
Apparently not, because she got her ass kicked by Asuka.
Well, nobody is ready for Asuka.
Except for Charlotte.
Well, yeah. Yeah, Mandy and Sonya do an interview. Okay, so we're gonna promo to Mandy, Sonya, and EC3.
Yep.
Sonya, Mandy, and EC3. Nine. Following that, we see Carmella backstage trying to get people to sign a petition to get R-Truth a rematch for the U.S. title. She ends up running into Zelina Vega, and they have an exchange of words, and then Samoa Joe interrupts and signs Carmella's petition.
Wow. Who would have thought Joe would have been a proponent of rematch?
I think Josh is a proponent of having more bodies to beat up.
Hmm.
He just likes to hurt people. That's what he does.
True.
So anyway, that would be a promo to Carmella, Zelina, and Joe. Zelina, Joe. 2. All right. Go to the panel. Okay. Hey, Christian is on the panel.
Christian.
Christian.
Once again, you're on your own.
Pretty much.
Because I assume Edge wasn't there.
No, not that I've noted, but they do still have a WWE Network show together, so.
They do.
So Christian tells Sam that he looks like Bob Ross.
Yeah, he kind of does. He's not wrong.
And then talks about having had more championships than David Otunga.
Once again, not wrong.
Honorary points to Christian. There's a pre-tape promo from Ricochet and Black. So points to those guys.
Blackishay?
Blackishay. Donkashay? All right. More video packages. AJ Styles goes out to the panel, talks about Kofi losing, it being a mistake that Kofi lost his opportunity. And, just jumping around. Okay. And AJ says that Kevin Owens might have had a change of heart, but it's not the time to have his time to have a title shot. And Roberts asked AJ why he isn't fighting for the title, and AJ says you can't always be on top. He's a champion, and he won't stay in the position that he's in now. So promo to AJ. It's AJ at 3:01. Kevin Owens then does an interview where he discusses the controversy about him replacing Kofi. And Owens says that Kofi deserves the opportunity at the title, but Owens can't turn down that opportunity either. The New Day come over to interrupt him, with Kofi telling Owens that he has no problem with him and wishes him good luck. And they shake hands, and Owens wishes them luck on their tag team match coming up next. And an assistant then comes over and pulls Kofi aside and tells him that the McMahons would like to see him in their office right now, and it's about the WWE Championship match. Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, then. So
Yes.
the assistant outright lies to Kofi.
Wait for it. So that's promo to KO and the New Day. Let's see. And Xavier. And Big E. And Kofi. Tara, did you Kofi? No. Okay.
No.
Boom. Following this, we go to the ring where we have the aforementioned tag team match of Xavier Woods and Big E versus Shinsuke and Rusev, which the New Day win via the up, up, down, down on Rusev. Also early on in the match, Miz and his father talking about Miz's match tonight, and Shane comes over and high-fives him. So mini promo to Miz and Shane. Five, okay. Rolling on.
Mm-hmm.
And meanwhile in the match, like I said, it's kind of a back and forth match. And it's about what you'd expect from these guys. Lana gets involved and knocks down Xavier Woods while the ref isn't looking. Nakamura kicks Biggie in the face. Rusev tags it and boots him in the face. It gets a pinfall, but Xavier breaks it up. Woods dumps Rusev out. Nakamura to ringside. Goes for a suicide dive, but gets caught and powerbombed on the floor. Biggie then took out Nakamura at ringside. Rusev missed a shot in the corner. Biggie tagged in. The New Day hit the up, down, down, and got the win. So there you go. So that is going to be Lana with an interference and an accompaniment. So 11 points to Lana. And then we're going to go to the losing team. I don't need this. Close this out. So Shinsuke Nakamura gets 8 points for being in a pay-per-view match. And 2 moves and a counter is 5 points on that front. It's 13 points to Nakamura. $229. Rusev is going to get the same 8 points for being in the match, and 3 for moves is 11 points to Rusev. Then we go to the face team that won the match. Biggie getting the pinfall off of that up, up, down, down. So therefore, Xavier Woods will get 15 points for being on the winning team. He will get 8 for being in a pay-per-view match is 23, and 1 move is for the up, up, down, down is 24 points to Xavier Woods. To at 129. Big E is going to get 30 points for winning a pay-per-view match. He's going to get 8 for being in the match is 38. And he's going to get 4 moves is 42 points to Biggie. 2 and 5 is 157. Everybody okay? I heard a lot of rustling.
That was me, my bad.
It's okay. You have to adjust the mic, hit your little mute button first, and then do it, and then unmute.
Okay.
Cool. Although not that we don't all do that. Sometimes it's something we do, but we have to try to be conscious on the air, you know? All right, cool. So let's get into the pay-per-view proper now that we finished that match, and that was the only kickoff match. So beginning Fastlane 2019 proper is the Smackdown Tag Team Championship match of Miz and Shane versus the Usos.
Oos.
Oh! And Geoff, I think you have this one.
I don't have any of the recaps, though, so keep talking.
You
only gave me the results. Or not the results, but, the scores.
Oh, for God's sake.
You didn't tell me I was going to recap.
I've been talking all night. Here's the stupid recap.
So are you going to copy and paste 4 independent recaps then?
What do you mean?
3, sorry. I have 3 matches.
That's the recap for the entire show. It's a link.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Don't be lazy.
I never recap anything I haven't seen.
Well, you didn't have to do any work for this show, so. Everything was provided to you. All I'm asking you is to read shit.
Well, I make no guarantees that my voice is going to hold out.
Like I said, just do the best you can with it.
So Miz comes to the ring in a Cleveland is awesome shirt, gets a good ovation from the hometown crowd. I guess they're in Cleveland. Okay. Miz and Shane hug Miz's dad at ringside before the match. Shane and Jimmy started off. Shane controls opening moment. Shane hits a side Russian leg sweep, tags in Miz for the double team. Jimmy scrambles across the ring to tag in Jay. Miz hits a clothesline on Jay, hits some chops on Jay, And then he hits sunset flip on Jay for a 2 count. Shane tags in and they hit the heart attack on Jay. I didn't know they actually had a double team move. Okay. On Jay for a 2 count. He mounts a comeback and they trade tags now to take turns working over Shane on the mat. The Usos knock Miz off the apron and continue the assault on Shane, who fights back with a spinning DDT, then tags in the Miz. Miz cleans house and hits a series of kicks on Jay in the corner. Then he hits some running knee strikes in the corner, and then a running clothesline. So a lot of corner crap. He boots Jay off the apron, then dumps Jimmy to ringside. Miz goes to the top rope. Oh, stop scrolling on your own. Miz goes to the top rope and hits a dive on the Usos on the floor. Back in the ring, Jimmy elbows Miz in the head, and Jay tags him for the double team for a 2 count. Jay looks for the splash in the corner, but Miz dodges it. Jay hits a kick in the midsection, and then Jimmy tags in. Miz fights off both Usos and then looks for a flying crossbody, but the Usos hit a double super kick on him in midair. Would that be an OMG for catch finisher?
Let's see. Where is it? I'm trying to find it here.
Right in the middle. They double super kick him out of the air as he's trying to go for a crossbody.
Technically, yeah, that would be a catch finisher because the super kick is one of their finishing moves.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's their signature double team move.
Yeah,
or one of them. So.
Yeah. Well, there's no such thing as a catch signature. There's only a catch finisher.
Yeah, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
Making changes on the fly.
Live, everybody.
Okay. Shane runs in for the save, but they hit the double team Samoan drop on Shane. Jay misses a shot on Shane, and Miz dumps him out to the ringside. Miz then hits a skull-crushing finale on Jimmy, but the referee was busy checking on Shane. The ref turns around and counts, but the Usos kick out at 2. Miz goes for a figure 4, but Jimmy kicks him off into the ring post. Jay tags in, and they look for the Doomsday Device double team on Miz, but Miz breaks free and fights them off. Jay fights back with a kick to Miz's head, and he goes up top. Miz hits some right hands on Jay and climbs up with him, and they both crash down to the apron. Well, so descriptive. Shane goes up top, and he's looking for the coast-to-coast dropkick on Jimmy, who's still laying on the opposite corner. Jay goes up top of the opposite corner and goes for a splash on Miz, but Shane leaps to and intercepts the splash and drops kicks Uso in midair. Oh, that's what she's talking about. Yeah, I would qualify that. The Miz's dad seems to signal to the Miz to go back up top, and Miz goes up to the top rope. Miz goes for a frog splash, but whatever Uso is the legal man, gets his knees up to block it and rolls up Miz for the 3 count. The almighty roll up. So, still your tag team champions, the Usos.
Yep.
Post-match, the Miz is in shock. He checks on Shane. Then Miz hugs his dad at ringside. They start to walk away, and then Shane attacks the Miz from behind. Shane pummels the Miz and stomps on him. And Shane rips the Cleveland shirt off Miz and chokes him with it. Shane then gets in Miz's dad's face and grabs him by the throat and shoves him back into his chair. Shane continues to pummel on the Miz at ringside. Shane chokes out the Miz at ringside and elbows him in the back of the head some more. Security tries to calm down the Miz's dad as Shane heads to the back. Miz's dad comes over and referees help Miz to his feet, and they all head backstage.
Yeah, because Shane being the one to make the heel turn is believable.
Right? Now, let's see. So, in this recap, it seems like the Usos did a lot of double teams. How many of those would you consider for double team points, if any? Aside from the ones where they outright said what the moves were.
I would say the Usos double teams are kind of well known enough that they'd be named if they were relevant. In my opinion.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I would just count the named ones.
Fair.
So, point me.
All right. So we'll go to Damiz.
Dom is.
8 for the match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, he actually did have 11 moves. Okay. 19 points to Damiz.
So that would become 65 and 9 is 274.
All right. Here comes the money. So
Here comes the authority.
8 for the match. 1, 2, 3, 4 for moves is 12. 5 for the OMG midair drop kick
Okay.
is 17. 4 for the post match assault is 21. 2 for post match moves is a total of 23 points to Shane McMahon.
And 8 puts that at 231.
Jama! 8 for the match, 15 for being on the winning team, 15 for retaining that snazzy belt. That's 38 points plus 1, 2, 3, 4 moves is 42. Plus 3 for escaping the figure 4 is 45. Plus the OMG catch double super kick is total of 50 points to Jama.
271.
And your winner, Jey Uso.
Yes.
8 for the match, 20 for winning the match, 10. Wait. Why did you have that split up? It should just be 30 for winning at a pay-per-view, right? Or is that actually split up?
What?
Because she has 20 for win and 10 for a pay-per-view win.
It should just be 30. I don't know why it's split up.
Yeah. So 30 for winning the match, 8 for being in the match is 38, 15 for retaining the title is 53. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moves is 60 points plus 5 for that OMG catch double super kick is a total of 65 points to Jey Uso.
65. Wow.
Yep.
That's not bad.
He is a champion.
So at 275.
Right.
All right. So following that, our next match is Asuka versus Mandy Rose for the SmackDown Women's title. And Sonya Deville comes out at ringside, and Asuka basically just fucking destroys her.
Okay, then.
Because Sonya, they tried the distraction again, where Sonya causes a distraction, and Mandy hits a knee to the face, but only gets to 2 off it. Asuka fights back, kick to the face, running hip attack at the corner, German suplex, knee to the face. She does miss a shot and get tangled in the ropes for a minute, which lets Mandy boot her in the face. But when she looks for a suplex, Asuka escapes it and knees Mandy in the face instead. Meanwhile, when Sonya goes under the ringside, the side of the ring to get a kendo stick, Mandy gets tripped up in the ring apron that Sonya flipped up to get under there and gets booted in the face by Asuka for a 3 count. Which I'm assuming was actually the Asuka kick, or whatever the hell she calls that.
Probably.
So there you go. So anyway, Sonya Deville gets 5 for commitment and 6 for interference. So that's 11 points to Sonya. 72. And then we're going to throw in Mandy Rose, who's going to have 8 for competing in a pay-per-view match in 1 move as 9 points to Mandy.
Great Barry Manilow song, by the way.
Fair enough. Not really a Barry Manilow fan.
Fair.
What about you, Risa? Barry Manilow? Yay or nay?
Not too familiar with him, no.
Fair enough. Anyway, Asuka wins this match. So she's going to get 30 points for winning at a pay-per-view. She's going to get 8 for being in the match is 38. 4 moves is 42. And 25 for a retention of the title is 52, 62, and 5 is 67 points to Asuka. Seven would be... I can't do maths.
Do maths.
3 plus 67. 320 points for Asuka. Boom. All right.
How many points did you say she got?
67, I believe it was.
Okay. Fair.
Because that would put her at 260, and then 40 plus 1 would be 320. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so after this, we cut to the backstage area where Big E and Xavier approach Kofi. And Kofi says that he's been knocking on Vince's door, but he's not answering. So the three of them barge in and then plead with Vince to put Kofi in the title match tonight. And Vince says that he's not that fickle, and he knows what's best for business and what the people want. So tonight's WWE Championship match will be a triple threat match. You know, you two are, and he points at Big E, and there's you two apart from ringside. So let's get out there because that match is coming up right now. So the New Day leave.
Promo to the New Day?
Yeah, pretty much. Kofi. Xavier Woods. And 34. Okay. So Kofi goes out to the ring and gets in the ring, but before it happens, the ring announcer, the referee calls over the ring announcer and tells him something real quick. And the ring announcer then informs everybody that the WWE title match will actually be taking place later tonight. But what's up next is a handicap match. Kofi is then put into a handicap match against the Bar. Which he proceeds to lose because they just beat the shit out of him. They beat down Kofi at ringside and take him in the ring for a boot to the face. The crowd chants this is boring. Big E and Xavier run out for the save, but then Nakamura and Rusev ambush them on the ramp. Meanwhile, in the ring, the Bar hits a double team white noise on Kofi for the 3 after a squash match.
What do you mean a squash match?
That's what I said.
I know. What does that mean?
It means a match that's really one-sided, where one side barely puts up any offense, if any at all.
Oh, okay.
It means they got squashed. All right. So let's see here. Question being, which man actually got the pinfall for that? Wait, what the hell? Oh. Wait, really? Oh, whoops. I skipped some promos earlier. I'll go back to those in a minute. So let's see what we're doing here. So that's going to be, let's see, Kofi is going to get 8 points for being in a match. That's about it.
Wouldn't it be a specialty match because it's a handicap match?
That is true. That'll be 11 for Kofi then. And I still need to. Each of these gentlemen got a pinfall off of this. So apparently this is the kind of handicap match where the bar did not have to tag in and out. So, I guess that means both get the regular win points and neither get the team points? Geoff?
No, I still treat it as an actual tag team match. It's just whoever got the pin gets the win. That's how I would do it, but I don't know.
Well, that's just it. The thing is, they both did. They both put a foot on Kofi's chest for the pinfall.
Shit, that's a good question then.
I know. That's why I asked it.
My gut instinct would be to say split the win points between them, but
That doesn't seem fair.
yeah, hold on. That seems a little bit overkill to. Well, yeah, I guess they could just both get the win points. Fuck it, nobody gets team points.
Yeah. That's kind of what happened.
Just 5 extra points. What the heck?
Well, plus an extra 10 points each for specialty win.
Oh yeah, there is that. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know what else to do with it. Risa, any ideas?
Not really. Not sure.
Fair enough. We will do what we can. So let's see here. Sure, she was there. Oh yeah, same as not gonna be the work at the same time. Okay, well there you go. Anyway, so let's see here. That's Sheamus and Cesaro will do. Sheamus will get then 30 points for winning a pay-per-view, 10 for specialty is 4. 8 for being in the match is 48. One move is 49 points to Sheamus. Let's see, 96 and it would be 205 live. And then Cesaro would get the 30 and the 10 is 48 is 48 and 2 moves is 50 points to Cesaro. $92, 02, 12, 22,
that's
232.
interesting.
What's that?
I'm trying to see if there's any leagues that actually have a ruling on this.
Mm-hmm.
And this league I came across, they actually have points for a squash match win. They give 15 instead of the full 20 for a squash match win.
Huh.
Which includes wins versus local talent.
Gotcha. Interesting.
But yeah, I'm gonna see if they have anything for this one.
Yeah. And then let's see. Hang on. Sheamus should actually have another move point. I messed that up. Sheamus gets one more move point.
Okay, we need to use this as kind of a base for our thing because there's some things here I didn't even think about. I'll have to save this and we'll use this when we talk about our points.
Okay. So anyway, let's see. That would be Biggie and Xavier get interference points, as do Rusev and Knock. Eight. Rusev. This would be 193. And Shinsuke. 235. And Xavier. 6 would put it at 140. Okay. So that happened.
Mhm.
Now I have some promos up here for us, so we're going to reward those real quick. So McIntyre, Lashley, and Corbin had a cell phone promo and talked trash about the Shield, saying that they've dominated Raw while the Shield were not together. And McIntyre said this is going to be an embarrassing defeat by the new dominant force in WWE. And Corbin ended it with a believe that.
Okay, then.
So a promo to McIntyre, Lashley, and Corbin. McIntyre. Okay. And then before the women's title match, Elias was in the ring for a concert about how we saw Cleveland's own Miz get his ass kicked by Shane, and said that if that is actually Miz's dad, that he's not going to age well. He then sang about how he can't wait to be gone so he can go to LA to hang with his brother LeBron.
Wow.
So Elias with the heel heat. All right, so we jump back to where we actually were in the show, which is a promo by Bayley and Sasha, interviewed by Charlie Caruso, about how they are ready to face the competition tonight. So promo to Bayley and Sasha. All right. So after this, Elias was back in the ring, and this time sang about Kofi suffering the same fate as that moron, The Miz, and then claimed that they're all losers like the Cleveland Cavaliers, just like everyone there. And Elias wanted to put this Kofi Kingston talk to rest and admit to themselves that his hometown Pittsburgh Steelers are the best. Loud boos. Elias. WWE Shop commercial plugging the sales that they seem to run during every event these days. Replay of earlier stuff. Kayla Braxton was outside the McMahon family office, and Shane opened the door. She asked about what he did, and Shane said nothing, and then closed the door. So that's a mini to Shane.
Okay, then.
We then had entrances for the Raw Tag Team title match. Ricochet came in. It's his Ricochet's WWE pay-per-view debut, by the way. And Aleister Black came out as well. Rude and Gable came out. Then the Revival. We saw all the various international commentary teams. And then we have ourselves the Triple Threat Raw Tag Team title match. Pay-per-view, specialty, and title. Go, Geoff.
All right. So, Revival gets dumped outside early on. Gable and Ricochet start this off because fuck the champs. Or not, because Dawson says, fuck the lot of you, and tags himself in. And then suplexes Ricochet. And then elbows him in the face. And then chops him, and then stomps him, and then tags in Wilder for the double team. So, yeah, Ricochet's the beat slut. Welcome to the main roster, kid. Ricochet fights Black. That fights back and tags in Black for the hot tag. Alistair cleans house, kicks everyone in his path, and then beats on Rude, who's, I guess, now the legal man for some reason. And it's a moonsault on him. Dawson runs in, eats a foot. Rude comes back with a spine buster, tags in Gable, and they look for the double team on Alistair, but Alistair escapes, tags in Ricochet as Gable hits a suplex on Black. So I guess like blind tag kind of thing. Wilder comes flying in with a splash off the top on Gable to break up the pin. Ricochet then hits a shooting star press on Wilder for a 2 count. Dawson tags in, goes at it with Ricochet now in the corner. This leads to Ricochet hitting a Frankensteiner on Dawson off the top all the way down onto... Oh, God. He Frankensteiner Dawson onto Rude. Holy shit. On Rude, Gable, and Wilder on the ring. He Frankensteinered him down to the floor?
Nice.
How is he alive? Poor Dawson. He doesn't have a neck anymore. Jesus. That should definitely be an OMG to Ricochet. Back in the ring, Ricochet leaps over the ring post ahead, a splash on Rude. Meanwhile, in the ring, Gable and Dawson trade pin attempts. This leads to the Revival hitting the Shatter Machine on Gable for the 3 count to retain the tag titles. You still suck, Chad Gable. After the match, Rude attacks the Revival from behind. Then Black kicks Rude down. Ricochet comes in the ring and pile drives Wilder. Then goes up top. Ricochet hits a 630 on Wilder. So NXT.
I guess. NXT.
Did I read that right about the Frankensteiner, Jim?
Let's see. Yes, I've seen some slight differences between the 2 recaps. Dawson and Ricochet were on the top together. Yeah, Ricochet hit a Hurricanrana off. One saying it's a Frankensteiner, one saying it's a Hurricanrana, but yeah,
but it's still accurate that he did it on
off the top and Dawson
floor?
went crashing into the guys on the floor.
There.
Yeah, Dawson landed on the other guys outside the ring on the floor. So points.
Okay. Points. Bobby Roode gets 12 points for a shitty career. I think it's a shitty career in WWE.
Was it 12?
12.
That puts him at 200 even.
Chad Gable gets 14 only because he did a couple more moves.
245.
Actually make that 13 to... Wait, what? This one doesn't mention that. Okay, well, apparently add another one to Bobby, make that 13 for a glorious DDT post-match.
Okay. On who?
I have no idea. She just says glorious DDT. The recap you gave me says he attacks Revival from behind, so I'm assuming he does it to win the Revival.
After the match was over, Rusev went into the ring and hit a glorious DDT on Dawson. Black hit a black mass on Rude. Ricochet planted Wilder with a slam and then went up top and hit a 630 on Wilder.
Fair. So yeah, 13 to Bobby, not 12.
Get it.
All right. So Alistair Black gets 11 for the match. 3 for moves, plus 1 for the post-match Black Mass. 15 points to Alistair Black.
What's it, 185?
Ricochet.
Yes.
11 for the match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 moves is 18 points, plus 5 for that holy shit OMG is 23, plus 2 for the post-match moves is 25 points to Ricochet.
Okay, so that's 88 and 5 is 193.
Scott Dawson, who no longer has a neck.
Apparently.
11 points for the match, 15 for being on the winning team is 26. 15 for retaining the title is 41. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves is 47 points to Scott Dawson.
77 and 5 is 282.
And your winner, Dash Wilder, 11 points for the match. 40 points for winning said match is 51. 15 for the retention is 66. 1, 2, and 3 moves is 69 points to Dash Wilder.
Alrighty. 99 and 5 is 304.
And we go backstage. Charlotte and Becky are shown backstage getting ready for their match, so no points there. And then we go out to the decimation of the SmackDown mid-card, courtesy of Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
Because Joe is gonna kill you.
Yep.
So Ray starts off strong. Andrade takes him out to ringside, looks for a DDT, fails. Because Joe comes flying out of the ring, and Tope Suicidas the lot of them. And back in the ring, Joe tees off against Andrade because why not heel versus heel, leave the faces alone? Oh, and Ray. I guess Ray decided to try to get in on it too. Fair enough. So just, it's pick on Mexican Day, I guess. Andrade and Ray inadvertently... How do you inadvertently double team somebody? What the heck?
Okay.
It just says Andrade and Ray inadvertently double team Joe, and then Truth hits the ring and drops them both.
Oops.
Guess that Lucha Libre was coming back to them, huh?
Let's see here. Truth grabbed Joe's leg, so Andrade hit a forearm and Mysterio a seated senton.
Okay, then. Ray comes out with a double Hurricane Rana on Truth and Andrade. Oh, my. Takes them both down again, and Andrade falls out to the ringside. Joe runs in and clotheslines Ray and Truth down. Andrade comes back in the ring, and Truth picks him up, and Ray Hurricane Rana's Andrade off of Truth's shoulders. So Ray is just a Hurricane Rana machine, apparently.
Yep.
Joe drops Truth, then Ray leaps at Joe, but Joe catches him. Andrade drop kicks both Joe and Ray down. Andrade hits a flying corkscrew plancha on Joe and Truth at ringside. Then Ray goes from the top rope down to the floor with the Hurricane Rana on Andrade. Zelina Vega comes over and kicks Truth. Oh, way to kick a man when he's down. Then Carmella comes over and beats on Zelina. Cat fight! Cat fight!
Don't be a sexist ass, please. We're like 20 years past that.
I like Joey Styles. Screw you.
Liking Joey Styles is fine. Agreeing that some shit that was said in the 90s is not appropriate was kind of sexist is not. That's like having a women's match and pulling out the Jerry Lawler puppies chant. Just not appropriate anymore.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Yep.
Yep.
Meanwhile, in the ring, Joe hits a side suplex on Ray, but Truth breaks up the pin. Truth beats on Joe while Andrade hits a DDT on Ray. Andrade then hits running knee to Joe. Then Truth hits some running shoulder blocks on Andrade. Truth hits a spine buster on Joe, and then he back suplexes Andrade to Joe. Truth does a 5-knuckle shuffle to Joe as Andrade rolled out of the way. So maybe that's not a move thief. Maybe it's just his move now.
Yeah, maybe Cena gave it to him. I wouldn't be surprised.
Truth kicks Andrade and then hits the scissor kick on him, but Joe breaks up the pin. Truth kicks Joe and goes for the scissor kick on him, but Joe dodges it and throws Truth into the ring post. Ray gets back in the ring and drops Joe on the middle rope and hits the 619. He goes for the frog splash, but Joe rolls out of the way. Coquina clutch, and Ray just passes out. A ding, a ding, a ding.
Nighty night.
Pretty much. Oh, so she doesn't actually have that in here either. I'm going to have to add that.
Add that.
All right. Alrighty, so all right, so let's go to Mela, who's not money. 9 for an accompaniment and no, that's not right. 11 for an accompaniment and an interference.
Correct.
We'll go over to Zelina Vega, who gets 12 because apparently she hit a super kick somewhere.
Well, yeah, she super kicked R-Truth in the face.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that. It just says comes over and kicks Truth. This one doesn't say
and
super kick.
It was a super kick.
Fair enough. So 12 points to Zelina Vega.
12 points. Wait, that's R-Truth. I'm at the wrong person. I want Zelina. I think ahead of myself. That'll be 14. Yeah.
All right. R-Truth.
Yes.
8 for being in the match. 3 for specialty is 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves. It's 16 points to R-Truth.
All right. That's going to put him at 260.
Andrade San Almas.
Yes.
11 for being in the match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves. 17 points to Andrade.
All right. 17 points to Andrade.
Yep.
We'll put him at 210.
All right. Let me go to Ray Ray.
Booyaka, booyaka.
11 points for the match. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Oh, okay. 9 points for moves is 20 points to Ray Ray.
20, you got it. Puts him at 174.
And your winner, and still United States champion, hailing from California, Samoa Joe. I think he's from California.
That is possible.
So 11 points for being in a match. And I will note here, which I added in, that Tiff forgot to actually give Samoa Joe points for actually winning the match.
Oops.
So I put that in. So 11 points for the match. 40 points for winning the match is 51. 20 for retaining his title is 71. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves is 77. Plus 3 for evading that scissor kick. I think it was a scissor kick he evaded, wasn't it?
It was a scissor kick.
No, it was the frog splash that he evaded.
Oh, okay.
Oops, my bad. For evading a frog splash for a total of 80 points to Samoa Joe.
All right. 80 even?
80 even.
Sounds good. That puts Joe at 447. Not the lead, but climbing up there.
Yep.
Alrighty, moving along. Also, I guess Joe was born in and still resides in Orange County, California.
There.
So Beth Phoenix came out to be a guest commentator for the women's tag team match. So that's cool. And we then went into the women's tag team title match of Sasha and Bayley defending against Tamina and Nia Jax.
Okay.
What do we got here, Risa?
All right, so Jax starts things off by tossing Banks into Bayley. Tamina gets tagged in by Jax and proceeds to clothesline Bayley. So hard that Cole doesn't even call the move, but instead he just says, "Ooh." Jax follows with a powerbomb on Bayley, and Tamina tries to pin her for 2. Tamina gives her a chin lock, and Bayley comes back with a neck breaker on Jax. So Bayley sends Tamina into the top turnbuckle. Banks gets tagged in and gives a knee to the face, a crossbody block, and a running knee to Tamina. She goes for the pin and gets a 2 count. Banks misses an attack off the ropes, and Tamina replies with a back elbow, and Jax gets the tag in. Tamina and Jax were trying to set up for a Samoan drop on Banks, but they slip. But Jax still hits the Samoan drop. Banks avoids a counterattack, and then Bayley gets tagged back in with a running back elbow, dumping Tamina on the floor. Tamina then charges, but Bayley moves out of the way and tags in Banks. Banks capitalizes with a Meteora double knee attack on Jax. She then tries to dive on with both heels on the floor. Jack catches Banks and Bayley, hits a suicide dive under the middle rope to the women outside the ring. Banks, back in the ring, gives double knees to Jax and Bayley. Bayley tags in with an elbow drop off the top to Jax. She tries for the pinfall, but Tamina breaks it up. Tamina breaks it up. Bayley gives Tamina a neck breaker and pulls out a Hurricane Rana on Jax. She sits on her for the pinfall win. So Bayley and Sasha Banks retain the titles.
Woo!
Yay.
Yeah. So
Why am I wooing that? I have Nia and Tamina. I lost points.
yeah, they did. That was pretty bad. And so let's see. Okay, so for scoring, Beth Phoenix gets 5 for being the announcer.
Spiritually, because she's not technically on the roster because she's a legend, but 5 spiritual points to Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so since Banks was there, she gets 8. She got a running knee, some double knees, Meteora, and so she retains the title. So she gets 41 altogether. So that's 11 plus 15 for retaining, and then plus 15 for being the teammate of the winner. Bayley, who got the pinfall.
So what was the total for Sasha, real quick?
Oh, sorry, 41.
Okay, so that's going to be 422. Got it. Continue.
All right. So Bayley, who gets the pinfall, will get 30 for getting that pinfall, 8 for her appearance, and then she got an elbow, did a suicide dive, an elbow drop, and a Hurricane Rana. And so for a total of 57, including the retaining the title points.
One more time.
57 for Bayley.
57. Okay, wow. So that's going to be 58, which would be 438. Not bad at all. For the record, in the past, she's called that move the Bayley Kenrana.
Yeah. So, as for Jax on the losing team, she gets 8 for being there, but then she gets -3 for the botch, which I would assume we're considering a minor botch because she still pulls out the Samoan drop afterwards. So she'll get a total of 6.
All right. That's going to put 47. And Tamina?
And for Tamina, she gets 8 for showing up. 1 for the clothesline, 1 for the chin lock. And I gave her also 3 botch points because they were attempting that together and they both messed up. So I got total 7 for Tamina.
Wait, was she part of the botch?
Well, yeah, it says they were going for a spot where Tamina and sent Banks into Jax for a Samoan drop, but they slipped.
I don't know. Would that also be botched to Tamina, Geoff?
What happened?
So they were setting up for a Samoan drop. So Tamina sent Banks into Jax to do the Samoan drop, but they slipped.
Who slipped?
It says they slipped, so I'm assuming it was Jax, since Jax was the one who was going for it.
Because whoever slipped would probably be the one who got the botch, right?
That makes sense to me, yeah. So I'm not sure who actually slipped. WWE.
Yeah, I think it makes sense to give it to probably Jax, and she's the one that was supposed to actually do the move.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What do you think, Jim?
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
All right, so just adjusting that then.
Yeah. Also, for Tamina, just generally speaking, a chin lock is almost never a move for anybody. Just so you know.
Okay. So then that makes
Was
it 9.
Was that on her list?
Yeah.
It was, really?
Oh, you mean on her move list?
Yeah.
I'm gonna double check real quick because I thought I saw it.
I mean, I could be completely wrong about that. I don't know.
I'm gonna check.
Hey, Jim.
Yo.
We've been fucking up the win points.
How so?
It's 30 points for a pay-per-view win, not 20.
I know. I've been scoring 30 every time. I don't know what the hell you've been doing.
I haven't been scoring 30, so give Joe another 10 points. Like all the winners, give them an extra 10 points, because I've been scoring 20.
You idiot.
Well, primarily because that's what Tiff had in there as 20 for pay-per-view win. So she went 20. I just assumed she was right.
Like, give me the list of the winners that you have.
Hang on. I closed the document.
Helpful.
Let's see. Open. So we have oh, actually. Oh no, she did that. Wait. Yeah, no, she did it right, because it's 20 plus 10 is 30 for the pay-per-view.
Oh my fucking god.
Well, she separated it. It confused the crap out of me. But Joe needs the extra 10. The others do not.
All right. Fine. Done.
All right, and just to follow up, so Tamina on her list has a reverse chin lock. My bad.
She put the chin lock in. It might have been the same chin lock. I'd give it to her anyway, just to be safe.
All right, that's what I was originally thinking.
She's on my team. I'm 2,000 points behind. It's 1 point isn't going to affect anything. Might as well give it to her.
Yeah, exactly. I gotcha.
Make me feel like slightly less of a failure.
Okay, well then let's do it.
All right. So what are Tamina's total points?
So Tamina will get 10. 8 for showing up, and 1 for the chin lock, and 1 for the clothesline.
Okay, puts her at 187 then. Cool. Also, the one other thing I will note, for the record, traditionally when we score a match, we do the losers first. Just so as you know.
Okay.
So Nia and Tamina attack the champions post-match. Beth Phoenix gets up to stop the beatdown and punches Tamina in the face. Nia then attacks Beth from behind, and they both beat her down. Natalya comes out for the save, but Nia and Tamina beat her down too. So Nia and Tamina just assault points all over the place. It's Tamina at 191 and Nia 4 at 151. Okay. All right. So following all of that, we then go to the WWE Championship match of Daniel Bryan versus Kevin Owens. And Vince kept true to his word earlier, did make it a triple threat match by adding in Mustafa Ali. So how's about that there? So the ring announcer declares the triple threat match. Ali comes out. Rowan is at ringside. The crowd chants for Kofi. Owens and Ali decide that the best thing they can do to start this match off is take Bryan out first and then worry about fighting each. They proceed to do this by dumping Daniel Bryan out of the ring and then going at it. Owens dumps Ali outside to follow up and then hits a flying cannonball on Ali on the floor and then a cannonball on Bryan against a fan barricade. Back in the ring, Daniel Bryan drops Owens and kicks Ali off the apron out to the fan barricade. He then connects with kicks and chops on Owens in the corner. Ali makes it back in. Bryan beats on him for a while until he dodges a shot and connects with a face buster. Ali follows up with some chops to the chest, but Bryan counters that with a lariat. All three men fight to the corner. Ali crotches Bryan on the top rope and then hits a reverse hurricanrana on Owens. He goes up top with Bryan and hits a standing Spanish fly. One of my favorite moves. Owens then hits a stunner on Ali for a 2 count. Owens and Bryan brawl for a while, and Owens hits a pop-up powerbomb, gets a 2. Ali drops Owens as Bryan rolls out of the ring, then goes up top and hits a 450 on Bryan from the top rope to the apron. Wow. Ali pins, but Rowan pulls Bryan out for the save. Rowan then gets on the apron, and Ali and Owens both super kick him off, then hit him with a double super kick. Rowan falls out to ringside. Ali then leaves the apron and hits Rowan with a hurricanrana. Owens then goes flying with a suicide dive onto Rowan. Bryan then takes out Owens and rolls Owens back in the ring. Ali hits a flying tornado DDT on Bryan from the apron to the floor. Owens then grabs Ali and powerbombs him into the apron to take him out. Before Owens can get back in the ring, though, Rowan hits a spinning kick on Owens, then throws him over the barricade. Rowan then throws Bryan back in the ring, and he covers Ali for a 2 count. Bryan then shouts at Ali that he doesn't deserve to be here, and they trade strikes, which leads to Ali attempting a springboard off the middle rope, but he gets flying kneed in the face out of midair, and Daniel Bryan retains the WWE Championship. So a bing, a bang, a bada boom. All right. So question, a 450 from the top rope to the apron, is that an OMG?
Top rope to the apron?
That's what it says.
So like someone was laying on the apron and he 450'd him?
Yeah, Bryan, apparently. I guess that's what happened. Let me see
I
here.
would say yes. Apron moves are generally OMG.
Let me see. Well, Owens also hit his apron powerbomb.
That would also be an OMG because that is an OMG in the game.
Yep. Let's see. Let's see. So apparently Bryan went throat first into the bottom rope off a catapult. Ali hit a 450 on Bryan on the ring apron. Okay. Fair enough. So I'm used to both those guys then. All right. Sounds like a plan. So, Eric Rowan is going to get himself accompaniment and interference. His 11 and 1 move is 12 points to Eric Rowan. One. And then let's do Kevin Owens is going to get himself 8 points for being in a pay-per-view match and 3 for being in a specialty match is 11. He's going to get himself 7 moves is 18 and 5 for the OMG is 23 points to KO. Mustafa Ali will get 8 for being in this match and 3 for being in a specialty is 11. And he will get 4 moves. It's 15 and 5 for the OMG 450 onto the apron. It's 20 points to Mustafa Ali. at 219. Anyway, then we go to the winner, Daniel Bryan, who is going to get himself. Let's see here. Who, truth be told, did not actually do a whole lot of moves.
Mm-hmm.
He had a couple of running knees. And otherwise, he was really just trying to capitalize on all the damage the other two are doing to each other. I actually had the kicks, too. I do not have enough moves here for Bryan.
Okay.
So we had the 2 running kicks. He had the other kicks. Nah, back body drop, no. Oh, no. Knee, no. So actually, Bryan should have 4 moves there. Okay. Anyway, so Daniel Bryan is going to get himself 30 points for winning a pay-per-view match. He's going to get 25 for a retention of the title, is 55. 8 points for being in the match. Hang on, let me amend that. 55. 10 for winning a specialty is 65. 8 for being in the match is 73. For moves is 77 points to Daniel Bryan. Seven, 88, 99. Hang on. Instead of 110. Okay, so therefore, 4 puts about 510. That will work. All right. After the match, Rowan picked up Ali by the head and slammed him hard onto the mat. So that happened. WrestleMania commercials, more shit. Charlotte Flair made her entrance with her in red attire, looking great and confident. It's her first televised match since the Royal Rumble. And Becky Lynch comes out to a big pop with her crutch with her left leg. It's also her first match since the Rumble, and as a WrestleMania Live match. And Cole reminded us that Becky signed a hold harmless agreement, so even if she gets hurt here, she can't sue. So, Risa, how did this match go?
All right. Well, basically, the match was Flair taking advantage of that injured leg. So she taunts Lynch, and Lynch goes at her with some punches. So then Flair mocks her, saying that Lynch will have to do better than that and punch harder than that. So after some more punches, Flair kicks Lynch in the knee. Lynch hits how do you say that? Thieves press?
Yes.
Does press. Hits some more punches on her. And Flair responds by giving her an elbow to the left knee, followed by a half crab on the left knee. But Lynch escapes that. Flair whips the knee against the turnbuckle, gives her a tackle to the knee and takes her down, does a dragon screw leg whip. Flair does a jumping knee attack on the knee, and starts hitting her with hard chops. Flair then misses a knee drop, and Lynch hits back with a spin kick. Flair comes back with a chop block to the back of the knee. Lynch gets inside cradle for 2. Flair replies with an overhead suplex, and Lynch rolls out of the ring. The outside, Flair whips Lynch into the barricade, and she taunts a fan by saying, "Screw you." Back in the ring, Flair goes up top, but Lynch shoves Flair over the top rope and into the barricade. By the time the ref counted 8, she gets back in the ring. Lynch slaps on an armbar, but Flair retaliates with a figure 8 submission. Then we see Ronda Rousey running down the aisle. She goes into the ring and punches Lynch in the chest for the DQ. So winner is Becky Lynch. Now over to the scoring. All right, so we have Flair 8 for being in the match. And then her moves, we have the jumping knee attack, the chops to the chest, the chop block to the back of the knee, and the figure 8 submission finisher. So Flair gets a total of 12. Meanwhile, Lynch gets 8 for being in the match. And then she escaped the half crab, so that's +3. She evaded the knee drop, which was 3. She got 1 for the spin kick and 1 for the armbar. So Lynch will get 0 points for winning that match because it was a DQ. And then so Flair will get 12, Lynch will get 16, and then Rousey will get 6 for those interference points.
Alrighty. So, following all of that, and we cut to Elias, who comes back out for yet another song. And this time he ripped on Becky Lynch, saying that she's destined for failure, and he's surprised she's not from Ohio like these people because of that. And Elias says that now it's the main event and the reuniting of the Shield, but I have no faith in them, like when the Browns take the field. More booze. You know, Clee said that Cleveland was the worst city to host the last pay-per-view before WrestleMania. My time is done. Thank you. I love none of you. Promo to Elias one more time. And
I believe in what you're doing, but I can't see the points.
That's fair. Why can't you see the points?
Because I see your face.
Huh?
Your face, your face, your face.
Oh, I turned the thing off. Shit. Why didn't somebody tell me?
I told you no.
Delayed reaction. Right, so that happened. Lacey Evans music hit and she came out wearing a dress, walked down to ringside, then back up the ramp because that's what she does. So that's promo to Lacey Evans. Live 263. And while Elias is staring at Lacey Evans walk back up the ramp, he gets hit with an RKO out of nowhere. Which got a big reaction. However, as Orton was getting up from that, AJ Styles came out of nowhere and hit Orton with a phenomenal forearm. AJ Styles then stared down Randy Orton with the WrestleMania sign over his shoulder. So that's going to be a move to Orton and a move to AJ. That may be a new record.
Okay.
I don't think we've ever managed to have people guys show up of all places on a pay-per-view before and only get 1 point. That is impressive. Anyway, video package And then we go to the main event, which of course is what may be the final ever reunion of the Shield. Taking on the team of McIntyre, Corbin, and the almighty Bobby Lashley. Corbin comes out first, then Lashley, who was sans Leo Rush, because Leo Rush got destroyed by Braun on Raw. See our last video for details. And then Drew McIntyre came out last. The Shield trio made their entrance. Big pop because they came in from the crowd like usual. And Cole reiterated that this is the last match of the Shield because Ambrose chose not to re-sign with the WWE. And Graves said that the Shield trio are 3 of his best friends, but they have a tough match here, pointing out that Reigns hasn't been in the ring for over 6 months. So there's a stare down and then a slugfest before the bell rang, resulting in the Shield clearing the ring. We're not going to award any extra points for that. It's a generic brawl. Then we have the match proper, as Lashley started the match off with Rollins, and this is Seth's first match since January at the Royal Rumble because of his back problems. And Corbin tagged in. Rollins threw him face first into the turnbuckle, tagged in Ambrose, who hit a sliding elbow. McIntyre got a tag, which led to Reigns getting a hot tag and hitting a leaping clothesline on Corbin. Lashley managed to get tagged in and take control of Rollins by sending him back first into the barricade. Corbin worked over Rollins with a back elbow, followed by an armbar, since Rollins was the face in peril here. Rollins hit a jumping kick to Corbin. Ambrose got a hot tag and hit 2 running clotheslines on McIntyre, and then a roll-up, and then another clothesline that sent McIntyre out to the floor. Ambrose then jumped off the top of the ring post into McIntyre with a big flying elbow smash. And yes, you heard that right. I didn't say suicide dive. I said he ran up the turnbuckle and off the ring post.
Okay, then.
That is a thing that happened.
OMG.
I'm thinking about it. Anyway, when Ambrose went back in the ring, Lashley hit him with a spear for a 2 count. Reigns made the save. Corbin whipped Reigns into a barricade. Rollins then also got whipped into a barricade and fell all the way over it into the crowd. McIntyre then hit Ambrose with a Claymore kick, sending him out of the ring. Ambrose broke the 10 and managed to avoid getting counted out, but Lashley then hit him with a shoulder tackle for a 2. He put down Ambrose with a flatliner for another 2. McIntyre back in with a suplex on Ambrose. Ambrose countered the McIntyre suplex with one of his own. Lashley tagged back in, and Ambrose knocked him off the turnbuckle with a neck breaker. McIntyre then sent Ambrose into the turnbuckle, so Ambrose bounced off the ropes with a clothesline. The classic lunatic lariat. Reigns grabbed a hot tag on Corbin with a leaping clothesline, then hit a running boot to the face, which drew cheers. Corbin was against turnbuckle, so Reigns hit a drive-by. McIntyre made the save. Rollins with a springboard clothesline on McIntyre. Ambrose then saved Rollins, so they hit drop kicks on Lashley to send him out of the ring, then hit tandem suicide dives to take out McIntyre and Lashley on the floor. Reigns then clotheslined Corbin out of the ring and then charged, but Corbin caught him with a deep 6. Lashley and McIntyre then attacked Rollins on the floor, so Ambrose jumped off the announce table with an elbow smash. Reigns and Corbin got into a slugfest and exchanged punches. Reigns went for a Samoan drop, but Corbin countered and whipped him into the ring post, followed by a roll-up. Then hit a chokeslam backbreaker for a 2. Meanwhile, Rollins and Ambrose brawled with Lashley and McIntyre in the crowd, ended up over by the kickoff show set. Corbin teased a superplex on Reigns, but that wasn't going to connect. Reigns turned it into a sit-out powerbomb, got a 2 off it. Rollins climbed up to a section in the crowd and hit a crossbody block on McIntyre and Lashley, who had Ambrose in their arms. Back in the ring, Reigns hit a boot to the face and a Superman punch, get a 2 off of Corbin. Rollins and Ambrose, the guys in the crowd, fought their way back to ringside. Reigns hit a Superman punch on Lashley and then one on McIntyre. Corbin hit an end of days on Reigns for a 2 count as Rollins and Ambrose made the save. The heels cleaned off the cover of the Spanish and English announce tables and teased a powerbomb, but Rollins and Ambrose saved Reigns. Lashley then attempted to slam Rollins, but Reigns saved him with a Superman punch. Rollins then hit the curb stomp on Lashley on the announce table. Reigns with a spear on Corbin on the floor. The Shield trio then beat up McIntyre with a lot of punches. They picked up McIntyre, and Reigns gave him the assisted triple powerbomb through the announce table. Shield bomb.
OMGs all around.
The Shield then surrounded Corbin, who was alone in the ring. The fans chanted, "This is awesome." The Shield slowly got to the apron, did their usual three-sided attack. Rollins with a super kick, Reigns with a Superman punch, Ambrose with a dirty deeds. Rollins said one last time, then said one last motherfucking time, and they bleeped him. And then they hit Corbin with a triple power bomb, dead center of the ring. Reigns gets a pinfall, 1, 2, 3, after 24 minutes and 50 seconds.
Skadoosh.
Correct. So you can see why that was the main event.
Damn it, Rollins, you couldn't just give me the main event win points, could you?
Reigns just came back from leukemia.
He should get OMG just for that, but yeah.
I'm having to give Roman OMG for that.
No.
Oh. It's not going to affect the standings. This is like the only match win I got tonight. Anyway, that was the big old main event.
All right.
All right. So, with all that said and then done, yeesh. Did I get all the moves? I hope I did. That's a lot of moves. Well, we're going to go with it. So, we will start off with the heels. Drew McIntyre did not a goddamn thing.
Damn it.
Except there was, I believe, was there one Claymore kick? I feel like there was a Claymore kick. Yes, McIntyre had a Claymore kick knocking Ambrose out of the ring. So therefore, Drew McIntyre is going to get 8 points for being in this match. He's going to get 4 for being in the main event, is 12, which is our base. And he's going to get 1 for the Claymore kick, is 13 points to McIntyre.
Hmm.
$382. I'd like to also make a point here, by the way, that I agree with Tiff's sentiment that she expressed to me earlier when I was speaking to her.
Okay.
It's nice that we were able to end this pay-per-view, the last match of the Shield, with each of us having a member of the Shield.
That is true.
It's a nice balance. Because let's be honest, when they were big running wild, when we first started this whole thing and they were running wild, we intentionally gave each of us one member of the Shield to try to keep it even. So
This is true.
works out pretty well that it ends that way.
For now.
We'll see. Baron Corbin gets the base 12 and 3 moves. It's 15 points to Corbin because he sucks.
Yes, he does. They need to let him do what he wants to do, and that is to become the next Bam Bam Bigelow.
I am not totally sure how that would work.
Well, he did say he wanted a head tattoo.
Oh, okay.
Bam Bam Bigelow is his favorite superstar of all time.
Oh, okay. Well, that'd be cool. I can see that.
Now, the interviewer, Chris Van Vliet, said, "So wait, we're going to see Baron Corbin with flames tattoo?" And he goes, No. I never said flames. I just want a head tattoo."
Okay. I'll make you a deal, Baron Corbin. You can get your head tattoo and do that if you start doing top rope moves.
Maybe. But he said if that's the case, it'll be way down the line because he said it took him 6 months to get Vince to say yes to cutting his hair.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, because, I mean, the Bam Bam drop was a top rope splash, so.
Yeah.
Anywho, the last member of that team was the almighty Bobby Lashley.
The not so almighty Bobby Lashley.
Pretty much, who almightily managed to pull off one move for the whole night, apparently. If I've read this correctly. I'm not so sure. He had a flatliner and a no, he should have more moves than that. I didn't count Lashley's moves properly. He should have at least 2 more.
Okay.
Let's be fair to Bobby Lashley and Tiff. That was right. That was the spear, the flatliner, that floor, floor. That did Lashley. That did spot. Spear. Okay. So Bobby Lashley will get the base 12 and 3, which means he will also get 15 points, much like Baron Corbin.
All right.
Putting him at 56 and 5 is 360. No, 60. No, 61. And we've lined up with the Shield. So let's do this. Dean Ambrose is going to get 15 points for being on the winning team. He is going to get the base 12. Is 27. He's got 4 moves. Is 31. And 10 points of, actually 15 points on OMGs to all 3 Shield members. For 2 triple power bombs and a table spot.
So would Ambrose then not get 20 for also? Wasn't he the one that ran up the turnbuckle?
Oh, that's right. So yeah, he'd get 20 on that. So basically 20, 15 for winning is 35. Base 12 is 47, and 4 moves is 51 points to Dean Ambrose. That'll work. 9. And it's going to put Dean at 399. So at least Dean will crest 400 after his WrestleMania match, whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm. Seth freaking Rollins.
Yes. I gotta ask, if Dean is actually leaving,
Yeah.
I almost kind of wish that what was happening on SmackDown wasn't happening, because as much as we always associated, of course, with being Daniel Bryan, Dean Ambrose and The Miz also had an amazing feud. Several of them. I would have liked to see him have a last match against The Miz.
Mm.
So let's move on to Seth freaking Rollins.
Okay.
Who I feel like should have had more moves, given that he's Seth freaking Rollins.
Please, by all means, give me more move points.
That's what I'm trying to figure out what the hell. Oh, well, he was a beat slut for the first half of the match. That's what did him in.
Damn it.
That makes sense. All right. Anyway, Seth Rollins is going to get himself 15 for being on the winning team. He's going to get base 12. Is 27. He is going to get 15 in OMG points. 37 and 5 is 42. And 3 moves in an evasion is another 6. Is 48 points to Rollins. And you know what? 48 points to Rollins. And since we already know damn well it's not going to affect the standings. OMG to Rollins for dropping an F-bomb.
Well, give him a pipe bomb for that.
That's what I meant to say. I meant to say pipe bomb.
Sure, why not?
Pipe bomb for dropping an F-bomb in the heat of the moment. So And that puts him at what did I say he had before?
48.
48. So that puts him at 53 points to Seth Rollins. That would be 439.
Seth fucking Rollins.
Pretty much. And lastly but not leastly, the big dog has returned.
For now.
Then, now, and forever.
Oh no, he was pretty promptly pulled off Raw and stuff. So
That is true.
it's entirely possible they brought him back just for the one match for Dean.
Maybe.
And then he's still like not 100% yet.
Yeah, we'll see.
Anyway, points.
Quite right. So Roman Reigns is going to get himself 30 points for winning this pay-per-view match. He is going to get himself, let's see, 12 at base is 42. He's going to get 9 for being in and winning the main event. He comes 51. He's going to get the 15 OMG points. He is 61 and 5 is 66. And 9 moves is 75 points to Roman Reigns.
Okay.
That puts him at 105. Not too shabby for a guy that's wrestled about 2 matches.
Yeah.
Are you changing him to active status?
Oh, hey. Good eye. Probably should have done that weeks ago.
One more.
I know.
He's
I was copying it from down there so I could paste it up there rather than having to type it.
Oh, gotcha.
Because I'm lazy like that.
Did you
Okay.
put Kevin Owen active when he came back?
Good question. Let's find out. Yes,
Yeah,
I
you
did.
did.
I did fix
Okay.
KO.
Okay, fair.
The only people still inactive on this thing, I think, are Luke Harper, Goldust,
The Rock.
let's see, Goldust, Jason Jordan,
He's probably
Luke
permanently
Harper,
inactive.
The Rock, and that's about it. All right.
An Undertaker, kind of. But yeah, Jason Jordan
Yeah.
should just be removed. I think he's retired at this point.
Well, we got 3 weeks, and we're going to have to redo the rosters for the draft, so
Yeah.
we will deal with
I
that at
would
the time.
also like to point out, just looking at the rosters there, I just realized if WWE is really hurting for tag teams on Raw, they could just move Sanity over there. It's not like they're doing anything with them on SmackDown.
That is true. Sanity would do well on Raw.
And they have Nikki Cross over there anyway, so move Sanity over there, just reform the entirety of Sanity. Boom.
Oh, dude. Move Sanity to Raw.
Mhm.
Put Nikki Cross back with them and make Bray Wyatt their leader.
That'd be too big of a faction, though, wouldn't it?
Dude, have you seen shit like the Corporate Ministry?
I was thinking move Sanity over there, put Nikki Cross back with them, and have Bray Wyatt come back as a face to fight them.
In a
Be like-
one-on 4?
Well, he would basically form a new Wyatt family. He'd just be like, hey, you're stealing my gimmick. Fuck you.
Yeah, but where's he gonna get a new Wyatt family?
I hear Luke Harper's not doing anything.
Well, yeah, that's one dude.
I hear Braun Strowman's not doing anything.
Braun Strowman has a match coming up at WrestleMania against one of the idiot trio.
Again, I hear Braun Strowman's not doing anything.
Still, Braun Strowman got beyond the Wyatt family thing. I don't think they would put him back there. That's
Tell
a
me you
downgrade
wouldn't
for
want to
Braun
see Braun
Strowman.
Strowman versus Sanity. Come on.
That'd be an interesting fight, but still. Now, I feel like if Bray Wyatt was going to get a new Wyatt family, he would need to pull it from, not the main roster.
Or they just called someone up from NXT. That'd be a perfect fit for the new Wyatt family.
Aleister Black?
Yep.
That would work. I'd buy that. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Bray Wyatt leads. Aleister Black is sort of the young buck Randy Orton of the group in the mid area. Take the Ascension and make them relevant again.
You could do that. I was also going to say they have someone who would fit in perfectly that apparently Vince has no confidence in.
Okay.
Finn Balor.
And you can do the Demon, I suppose.
That'd be an interesting team. But anyway.
That would be interesting. Actually, all those gimmicks put together, I mean, you figure if you had the Wasteland of the Ascension, Bray Wyatt and Sister Abigail, the Demon, and Aleister Black screaming, that would basically be the new Ministry at that point.
Yeah, pretty much.
That would be interesting. Versus
actually,
Sanity,
it would be enough just to have Bray, the Ascension, and Aleister.
Yeah,
that'd be a hell of a team.
That would be good. Well, let's see where we're at for the end of this here program. Save. All right. Let's take a look at the final scores. Refresh. Save. All right. Way out in the lead at 76-26. Still extremely legit yes movement. So, yes, if you're keeping score at home, you just got 600 points on one show.
Yeah, that's because I have most of the champions.
Yeah.
And they all retained.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Hey, I didn't ask for Joe to get the U.S. title. That was completely ass fucking random.
Fair enough. Now, 3 more weeks and we're going to see how interesting this gets when we divide things by 4.
Yeah.
In second place is still Tiff at 69-35, and I'm still way back at 48-78. So, yes, I am 200 points away from being 3,000 points behind you. We have never had a gap that big on this show.
Oh, wow.
Damn. Yeah, but we've never had a roster completely shafted and cannibalized for like the first half of the season.
That is true also.
Because literally half your roster either got injured or got fired or quit.
Yeah.
Or Vince just doesn't like them.
Yeah.
Or is the Undertaker.
Yeah, or that. All right, let's go to the leaderboards. So, top of the leaderboards is the Raw Women's Champion, Rowdy Ronda Rousey. The baddest woman on the planet. 523. Just a little bit ahead of Finn Balor, coming in at 519. The WWE Champion, Daniel Bryan, coming in third place at 510. Followed at 457 by Samoa Joe, the new United States Champion, off his win and retention. Seth freaking Rollins of the Shield clocking in there at 439, the highest ranking member of the Shield. Followed by the Women's Tag Team Champions, Bayley and Sasha, off their retention at 438 and 422, respectively. Akira Tozawa holding in there at 413. Followed by Dean Ambrose of the Shield at 399. And rounding out the top 10 is Baron Corbin at 395.
Okay.
So once again, let's point out the gap here. I have Finn Balor in second place. My next highest ranked dude is The Miz at number 21.
Damn.
And let's point out that Geoff has numbers 3 through number 8. Yeesh.
Well, to be fair, when we started the season, we were even on champions. So.
Yeah, that did not maintain.
No, it didn't. Because what the fuck, Vince?
Yep. All right. Well, we're going to wrap that there. Close this out. Bada bam. Close this out. Bada bam. Close all this excess crap out. Let's go close this out. Go on over here. All right, folks. Well, this has been an odd little recap of Smackdown and Fastlane. Thank you, Geoff and Risa, for joining me.
Absolutely.
Not gonna say anything? Okay.
No
Who?
problem.
And we will see you for tomorrow, Monday night at 11 o'clock, right after Raw, when we will cover this past week's Raw SmackDown at 205 Live. And I think if this all works out and Tip is feeling a little bit better, we will have all four of us for the first time. So that should be good.
It'd be interesting.
And keep tabs, folks, because we're coming to the end here. WrestleMania is in 3 weeks. So 3 weeks, we will have that many more scorings, and then we will have to schedule up our draft post-WrestleMania. We will be drafting from scratch because we have a new participant. We're going to have some discussions as to exactly how that will proceed, but it won't be too different from the way we normally do it. And we're also going to be discussing at that same meeting the amendments to the rules for the new season. So stay tuned for all that and much, much more. And of course, also stay tuned for some point in the next 2 weeks or so when Geoff and I proceed to review the next Star Kid musical, The Trail to Oregon, as part of our year of Star Kid. That is also forthcoming.
Yeah.
So all that and more here on the X Pound. We'll see you next time, folks.